Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Hobby Night. Hopefully, you have some gentle tunes in the background this time. Fingers crossed. I think I may have figured out my music issue. So ideally, we'll have something to listen to today. Yay! All right, we are back. We're gonna be doing some more recording for the Brettonian Knight tutorial that I wanna do. It's gonna be a chill day, I think. I'm definitely gonna make progress on this. I need to do a little bit of cleanup because I was silly. We're still working on the fur. Yeah, I guess the fur is the correct way. The fur of the horse, but we will be getting to, sorry, here he is. We're still working on the tan fur of our horse. We need to do a lot more work on the tail because it does not look like I've put any paint on it, even though I definitely have glazed a little bit of yellow on there. And then we're gonna start doing a little bit of cleanup on the blue and the white that I did because I painted those first when I shouldn't have. Whoopsies. Lesson learned. And then, I don't know why this is a lesson I sometimes forget, but you should always work from the innermost portion out. I just wasn't thinking about that. I think I just really wanted to get to the colors. I just wanted to really work on the fabric. But yes, I know I'm a little early. I got everything set up early. I got all my ads out and everything. So we're good to go. I even got the music working, I think. My dulcet tones are music enough. Well, I appreciate that, but sometimes when I have to leave, I feel bad because I'm just leaving you in awkward silence. And then also when I get really heads down and I'm like, I have to focus on what I'm doing, and then I forget to look at you guys for 5 minutes. Or say anything for 2 minutes. I feel bad, and then I wish there was something in the background for you. So yay! Hopefully it doesn't randomly cut off, and we'll have some chill vibes today. All right, so that's what we're doing. We're gonna work on the horse. I'm gonna see, I feel like, is it maybe, can you adjust the window for me? Can you have, to let a little bit more light in? I feel like it's weirdly dark. Yeah, that feels better. I felt like I felt like my horse was in weird shadows, and I don't know why it was bugging me. Okay. All my lights are on and everything. Just feels weirdly dark in here. All right, there you go. I'm also gonna adjust that so that I don't have any glare anymore. All right, and let's get started with our ambush yellow. Has anybody got any fun plans for this weekend since we're officially in Friday?
A lot of people might be at Gen Con.
That's true. That's true. Well, obviously, probably not those of you necessarily in chat, unless you happen to be watching me while you're chilling, waiting in a line or something. Which if you are, hello, and know that I'm jealous because I haven't been to Gen Con since COVID and I miss it. One day I'll go back to it again. But it's just not a huge priority right now. It would be cool though. Okay, why are you doing this to me, paint? What am I gonna end up using for this? Probably this one, so let's go ahead and use this to get some of the paint off. Onto our palette, and then are you just being are you actually sealed somewhere down there? It looks like you're plugged some way. Hello, my paint. Ah, there you go. Yep, you had slightly gotten plugged. Hello, Star Fury. It's lovely to see you. Okay. I'm gonna disappear for a moment because I do want to recapture. What is happening? Oh, that's just my skin. Oh my God, I look so pale. Was what? Okay, my hair on this. No.
Your white balance is just weird right now.
Well, also because I re-dyed my hair recently, my hair is so much darker right now, and I had a strand of hair that I thought was actually the line of my dress, And so I thought I had like a weird like thing happening over here where like I had gapped and I was like my like bra was showing or something ridiculous like that. No, it just is that I got confused by my flesh tone in my hair with it being so fresh and new. What was I doing? Yes, disappearing for a moment along with you guys. Boop, boop, so that I could get a little bit of more footage of this because I don't know how good or well this got captured last time. So I'm gonna do it again. Yeah, that looks pretty good. There, that looks pretty good. Excellent. Oh. Everything's fine. Okay. I'm gonna do the other side now. Looks pretty in focus. The more you think about the new Terminus Decree lore, the more you want to burn GW to the ground. Yeah, so I watched, oh, I'm blanking. Auspex, yes, thank you. I was like, I'm blanking on the channel's name, but Auspex Tactics, like, breakdown of it today. And I have to admit, it's such a, like, lame little, like, tidbit of lore drop for them to try to set up whatever they're going to do with the split. Okay, so Chaos Cultist and I had a theory about this, and it's more so his theory, but I basically completely agree with it. Because he thinks the whole concept with this new decree and like the Grey Knights being tasked in killing the Emperor and having to go through 10,000 custodians, let alone their Sisters of Silence backup.
And the guard.
And the guard, and whoever else, and whatever Marines remain loyal to the
Titans are there.
Yeah, exactly. All this shit, right? Like they have to go through all of this shit to get to whatever the Emperor becomes
and
when
then
he
beat the Emperor himself.
Yes, and then also beat the Emperor himself and not kill the Emperor, but subdue him enough to put him back onto the Golden Throne.
Keeping in mind that the only person capable of beating the Emperor is dead, by a lot of canon explanations lost because he wanted to lose. Horus, in his last moments, realizing what he had become, you know, let his guard down, etc., etc. And yeah, I just have a lot of questions of what exactly do you expect them to do?
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people also have this question. So I think what this is really meant to do is, one, somebody wasn't really thoroughly thinking this through. But they had to tie back to some of the original, like, lore drops that they had done about this thing, right?
Use names, use old names.
Yeah, they're just like, use old names, use old references to, like, the thing that we put in there, blah, 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 do this, do that, reference things, but don't actually understand what they were trying to set up, like, the previous time. Just completely fuck that and do this completely other thing. So what I think they're setting up for is basically another civil war, and which will essentially make it whoever sides with the Grey Knights, that side versus the Custodians and that side. Like that's gonna be like, that would be your starter set box, right? It would be Grey Knights versus Custodians. And sorry, I roll to that because I just continue to think about how like they're not going to win. Like what a shitty task.
It's super primarist.
I guess so. Yeah, maybe that's what happens. Maybe the Grey Knights, when they finally get new models, are like uber primarist and they have like double crossed the Rubicon and they're just come out as these big, they're actually just Space King looking dudes at that point.
Oh my god. Brilliant.
So stupid. Not Space Kings, the like where I'm taking this because GW is just half-assedly writing their story along. And so they're gonna end up having a split, Grey Knights versus Custodians, right? That would be your starter box, and it's gonna end up being, that's how the Imperium will be divided. Chaos will be like your second tier faction, like the biggest, like Chaos will be the biggest next faction, but they will not be they will no longer have a major role in the brother versus brother conflict. It's like the third of the like brothers who just are kind of like
the screw you guys.
Yeah, basically. That's what it ends up becoming. And which would then mean that like Xeno are like fourth tier in regards to narrative, which sucks. Like I don't like this. Let me be very clear. Don't like if this is where they're actually going. But like I don't understand the half-assed writing of that new codex entry. Yeah, another attack on Terra coming down the line, absolutely. Because the Grey Knights are gonna attempt to storm Terra, get their asses handed to them by like, okay, I love what I've seen of people talking online about how like the Grey Knights are just gonna walk in and then the Sisters of Silence are there, and because they're gnolls, they like all the Grey Knights just like start puking in their helmets.
Yeah.
Like, what? How was it supposed to like I just don't feel like it's thought through. Maybe they'll completely blow my mind and it'll be amazing, but like right now, I don't have faith. You expect it to be the false emperor to come back to life as a warp entity within the warp?
That'll be the argument.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna end up doing. It's just, well, I'm gonna have a video about it soon. I have thoughts. So I recorded that this morning. I'm very stressed about it, but it's fine.
I'll do well editing it.
Oh, I'm not worried about you editing it. I just hope that I spoke well enough and like made my points clear enough.
Sure you did.
Yay. And looked up at the camera enough. It'll be fine. I just have anxiety. This horse is beautiful. Said all horse girls everywhere. Have I become one truly now? I guess technically I already was. I did go to like a horse girl camp. It wasn't actually called that, but like
that's
it was
what they should have called it.
They should have called it horse girl camp. I agree. I mean, it was basically like
that might also be the weird furry porn version.
Oh shit, you're right. Maybe that's what it is. But like it was like associated with the Girl Scouts, so that's why I kind of refer to it that way. It was my reward for selling so many Girl Scout cookies.
Who'd you scam into buying some?
People who love Thin Mints.
So people on bits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. I think we need to do a little bit more work back here.
What time is tomorrow's stream?
3 o'clock.
Our time?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm gonna go work on that menu.
Perfect. It's just this will be my first reminder of the day that tomorrow I will be streaming. I'll even be doing a painting stream. But it will not be here on YouTube. No, it's too spicy for that, and they will not approve. Yaz and I will be streaming over on OnlyFans. It'll be starting at 3 p.m. Pacific summertime, or whatever your regional equivalent is. So if you want to join us, that'll be happening tomorrow, Saturday, at 3 p.m. or your regional equivalent. It is literally for us to paint and hang out, but if things get spicy, that's awesome. Obviously, we'll be dressed lewd, so If you just want to hang out with us like that and just chat about, we can bitch more about the Grey Knights and how ridiculous it is that GW thinks that they're going to defeat the Emperor and all the custodians and all the sisters and any other knights and anybody else that joins up with him. You know, this 1,000 chapter, like this one, like that's the thing. The Grey Knights are one of the chapters that actually adheres to the rule of only having 1,000 men. So there are 1,000, albeit psychically powered Grey Knights going up against an enemy that is literally designed to defeat Psykers. 10,000 highly advanced, bigger men than the Space Marines are, who are canonically known to be stronger than Space Marines. And then also kick the ass of the Emperor, who will probably have ascended to godhood on a level that he has never been before, and they're expected to put his ass back on the Golden Throne. I just don't see it. Hello, Alex. It's lovely to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day and that your weekend goes lovely as well. Thank you for that. Oh yeah, no, we're talking a little bit of GW beef right now. Absolutely, absolutely. Mostly just going, what are they doing? What are they thinking? Why are they like this? All right, they're too big for their britches. That's why. Hello, Tyler. It's lovely to see you. Oh, you absolutely made it on time. We just got started. So even if you had been like an hour late or something, you would have been here with plenty of time. Oh, that is way too much paint and not enough water. Let's thin that down. There we go. Oh, they absolutely have. One of the things that I talk about in the video that I have coming out is basically how Games Workshop has become too large of a company. And like not too large, like basically in the sense that they are so big, there are probably so many rules internally in place for having new lore approved or coming out with a new army. Hell, even producing a new miniature might have so many meetings required that go into it even becoming a public thing that I just don't think they can respond quickly enough or in honestly a creative enough way to actually deal with how popular their brand has gotten. Yeah, see, if there's at least 3,000 different Sisters of Silence and they're all nulls, which is canonically true, then yeah, the Grey Knights stand no chance. It doesn't make sense. Also, why keep this, like, the other thing that doesn't make sense to me is, like, why keep this information hidden? Shouldn't this be something that, like, gets passed down at minimum amongst, like... I'm blanking on the term for, like, because it's not chapter master. I guess, does the Grey Knight have, do they call their top of their chapter masters like everybody else, or do they call them something else? Why do I feel like they call them something else and I'm like blanking on it in the most just horrendous way right now? Okay, but regardless, you understand what I mean of like, basically their chapter master or whatever the equivalent is. Why would that not be information passed down to chapter master so that they're all they're working towards that progressively always? Because like if that is their task and it's just a thing written down with like no notes on how to do it, no like tricks or anything like that, it's not even like here's the access code to a super weapon that'll allow you to do this or something like that, then why not have them actively if secretly, but like they themselves should all know that, hey, this is why we exist. So we've always been working towards this. See, I don't think they're gonna nerf them. I think they're trying to buff them, but I think it's like being done in a unrealistic, like with an unrealistic pretense. Like I have no problem, like, because I really do expect the Grey Knights to get completely new miniatures soon. Maybe going into 11th, like maybe they are a highlight because it ends up being a box set because they've split the Imperium again between Custodians with the Emperor and the Grey Knights anti the Emperor and trying to get him back on the throne to like maintain the old ways. So basically like new ways, he's risen, yay, we're all celebrating, huzzah, he's alive, it's lovely to have him back, father! And then the Grey Knights are like, oh fuck, he's alive, we gotta put him back on that chair, man! And so we have that divide, right? And so they have Grey Knights versus Custodians, but like, it just feels every way that you think about it, even if you try to like give the Grey Knights the benefit of the doubt. And like, even like Deus Ex Machina, some shit, I feel like it doesn't even help them enough to actually deal with everything that would happen, I think, if the God Emperor rose from his throne, ascended into whatever chaos entity he becomes, and like everybody would just be like, oh, well, he's back. He's back, and now he looks even more like a god than we thought. Everybody update your cathedrals! And like, that would be what would happen. Like, it's... The Empire is, like, the Imperium is so obsessed with the Emperor that there's absolutely, in my mind, no way that that would not happen. And the Grey Knights would just be completely outnumbered. Like, if anything, the Grey Knights would have to team up with Chaos. Just to have, like, numbers and, I feel like, a chance. Assuming that, like, Gilliman or something doesn't decide to side with the Grey Knights, or hell, maybe the Space Wolves, because they don't give a fuck about the numbers thing. So they'll be like, those are like 10,000 of them too. Cool. They're the ones who take care of the Custodians and like the Sisters of Silence, or attempt to at least. Maybe that's how they do it. Yeah, no, Magnus was the one that was supposed to be on the throne. So like, and again, like, this is lore that they know. They could like, I don't know, try to do that again, capture him and put him, like, replace the Emperor with Magnus and like control Magnus in some way. I don't know. I feel like there's other ways, there's other things they could do to set this up in a less, makes the entire fandom go, what? How is that possible? Also, how mean of you for the, like, hardcore Grey Knight players. Because I feel like GW thinks they're doing something nice for Grey Knight players with this, but then it just kind of makes them look... Honestly, like, I just feel bad for them. To have this monumental responsibility put on this single chapter. You have a feeling the Space Marine chapters will go against the Grey Knights? I mean, that's entirely possible. And also, like, the Inquisition already is super suspicious of the Grey Knights, so it's not like they're not going to already have... There's so many enemies they have, or will have, in the Imperium. That's exactly my point. Hello, Silver Scratch Built Productions. I mean, maybe that could happen. I could see maybe that happens. But like, I don't know. I feel like I just don't know. I don't know if it was thought through. Okay, we have that color. I now need, I'm gonna mix a little bit of white in with this, so we can dry brush some highlights in. All right, I'm gonna disappear for a second so I can capture this. That looks pretty good, but is it kind of blurry? Okay, that's definitively blurry. Yeah, I think that looks good. All right, recording. Nice. Okay, I think that looks good, chat. Bring everybody back. Might build it up a little bit more. On the top. It's like I said, GW is too big to properly put thought and creativity into their responses. They have to be so rapid because of how fast the internet works and how easily we all can respond and criticize or praise their, praise them, any of that stuff. Like we can all do that so quickly. They have to respond so big, so fast, but they are so large. And there's probably so many different like nuanced little meeting bullshit that everybody has to go through to get anything approved to actually be able to do anything. And by the time it gets approved, it's like either irrelevant or they've moved on and pivoted and no one got the update. Like that's the, like, I feel like a genuine problem GW is running into. I think that looks pretty good. I'm gonna do a little bit more work on the face. Because I think that needs, yeah, especially around the eyes, but I need to use like my really tiny brush for it. Exactly, Star Fury. It's exactly the same problem Hollywood has. It's on a smaller scale than Hollywood's problem, just because GW is still smaller than Hollywood, obviously. They're not, but like, I mean, they're a $7+ billion or billion pound company. Like, they're huge. And they just can't make creative decisions fast enough. I mean, if they are working, that is not a good concept, I feel like, to work off of, though. If they're just like, we'll just reset things every like 4 years. I mean, that tells me that they want fans to burn out and for new ones to come in, and that's who they resell to, which is like, I don't know, that doesn't feel long-term healthy. But who knows? I'm not a billion-dollar company. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a girl that likes to paint and occasionally show her booty. That's just who I am. Oh, Alex, thank you so much for the 200 kroner donation. I can't refrain from looking at that ring around your neck. I would like the rest there. Yeah? Right here? I don't, like, it's been, I almost never take this thing off. When was the last time I took it off? I can't actually remember. Oh, I used to have to take it off when I would get massages. I guess that's like the one time I would take it off. All right, let's go. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better. Need to fix the front a little bit. And then this side, and then if we can get like a little bit on the chin here, like in this small area next to the harness? Is that what I guess that's what it would be called, right? Happy Friday, Halfman. It's lovely to have you in chat. How you doing? Oh, Star Fairy, thank you so much. I think all fans, like, honestly, whether you have been in the fandom for like a long time or a short time, your opinion still should matter to the company. Because you are part of the existing, ever-changing, ever-evolving, ever-growing, ever-mutating fandom that is the Warhammer community. And I just feel like sometimes GW does not want to acknowledge that. Maybe because our story has been so stagnant for so long. Doing some light glazing of his belly to give it a bit more of a tan look. It was still a bit too, like, dark gray brown, in my humble opinion. And then the question I am debating, do I wash him one more time before we move on? Oh, I haven't, like, honestly, I will admit, I haven't read too many of the more recent books. Like, the last recent book I read was the, that trilogy leading into either 8th or 9th edition that, like, they then retconned the third book or something like that. I can't remember now what the title is because it's been that long. So I don't really feel like it's been recent. But yeah, I mean, like, again, the problem is like, they're not letting their authors do anything. They're not letting them actually progress anything or move forward in any way. How can they write cool, interesting things, especially in current 40K, if the whole concept is things are stagnant? They're not allowed to invent things. They're not allowed to think forwardly. Like, unfortunately, GW, because of their own setting, set themselves up for slightly difficult, like, narrative problems that, honestly, they could easily overcome, but they have, like, harped on certain elements for so long narratively without actually budging on the fact that they need to move on. It's just, I think they fucked themselves, like, in a little bit, like, in that regard. I do think I want to try washing him. Like, I feel like he's good. I'm gonna look up a beige horse again. Let's see, beige horse. Yeah, I think he needs to be a bit tanner on his mane fur. So I'm gonna do a lovely Seraphim Sepia wash, I think is what we're gonna do. Good night, Alex. Thank you for stopping by and thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. It is your support and supporters like you, like my members and my Patreon people that, like, keep me going. So genuinely, you guys rock. And I love that you guys are here. I love when you guys hang out with me during the streams. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, you bought the new Corsair audiobook and you haven't even been able to finish the first chapter? Is it just that boring? Like, oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. All right, let me grab my Seraphim Sepia wash really quick. And, oh, that hurts. That is Mortarian grime. We don't want that. I mean, it's a beautiful color, but I don't want my horse to look green. Thank you. There you are, Seraphim Sepia. I also grabbed myself Nona oil because I know I'll eventually down the line need that one, you know? Ooh, nice. Enjoy your Chardonnay. Enjoy your Chardonnay. Why does this arm hurt? All right, we are ready to go. Except that I need to set up for filming. Boop, boop. All right, let's do this wash.
Yeah, sometimes it's really difficult to keep track of which goth hot chick you're bringing around.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You should be.
Did you accidentally start to make the menu with Shay and not Yaz?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nothing like that. I was just more thinking about, like, my God, the schedule is busy in the next, like, 10 days.
Yep.
Because
It's partially...
you and all your girlfriends.
Well, I'm sorry, but I have girlfriends and I can't help it. Thank you for being my friends, ladies. All right, I think that's looking pretty cool, actually. And then I want to show maybe a little bit more on the back here.
Yeah, you would.
I would.
Wow.
Spicy. A little bit here. Smooth things down, blend them in. Nice little glaze. There we go. And then we'll do a smidge. Where's my wet paint? There it is. Found it. So everything's fine.
Is up your butt?
Nope, thankfully not up my butt. That would be a weird place for it to be.
Well, you're a weird one.
I am. It's very true. I am weird.
You're a weird one.
Mr. Grinch.
You really are a weirdo.
No. Well, it's too early for Christmas carols.
Sure.
It's only August.
We have to get past Halloween.
Exactly. Yeah, don't... Oh. Stop recording. That's, like, way too long. Okay, yeah, actually, I like that. I think that did it. I feel like the hair, like his tail needs more depth. Do I have, like, a good... What is this? This is a bone wash? I don't think I want a bone wash. Do you have a white smoke gray wash? I don't think that works either. That's a varnish. That's not gonna work. That's also a varnish. Should I just Nuln oil it? I feel like I need to add a little bit of depth back to his tail. Oh, are you... They can't see anything right now. They're...
What? I have been doing things.
I'm sorry. I was recording, so I had them hidden. Okay, there I am. Hello, I'm very zoomed in now. Wow, okay. What are you doing?
This lovely DJI microphone can be yours for the low cost of $99.99, or potentially even better if you looked elsewhere. I just wanted to talk about the DJI microphone.
Okay. Sure you did.
Why am I holding a horse?
Because I think his tail needs a bit more depth, but I don't want to use a brown wash because I just did that on his fur. And if you look at beige horses, they're like their fur tends to be more brown, and then their manes tend to be more pale.
Then maybe it's okay.
Well, but I think the strands need more depth to them. So,
okay.
Do you what would you recommend? Should I just like
light Nasdragging? No.
Nasdrag?
Just thinking.
Oh, like the yellow brown, maybe.
Yeah, I'm thinking for giving you those depths. I mean, spot washing is kind of your option, right?
Yeah, no, I think spot washing might be what I have to do.
What about flesh shade?
I think it's gonna be too red. Reikland's flesh shade has like a really red color tone.
Abrax?
You know, maybe, yeah, let me try.
You might have a bottle over there.
I do not. I have Seraphim Sepia, Skeleton Horde. Should I just do skeleton horde? It's really pale and I can...
Good.
Because Agras is going to be,
Very
I
dark.
think, very dark. Okay, let's do skeleton horde. Let's do that. No, I think Willow's Bark is going to be still too dark in the same way that Agrath's Earthshade will be. I'm hoping I can do some, like, interesting spot washing with, like a really thin skeleton horde. Okay. I'm going to disappear one more time. I think that's doing what I want. So I can always just thin it with more water if I need to move it around more. Why am I holding a horse, says the Catherine the Great's butler. All right. That looks good. I like what's happening on his hooves. Okay, I think we can do some just like off camera, or not off camera, but like non-recording cleanup of some of my blues and some of my whites because I was silly and did them first.
Okay.
Okay. We all appreciate CC's shenanigans, don't we? I know I certainly do. Ooh, did I put my hand in some paint? That's great, it's fine. Good. His rump seems alright. It's a fine rump on that horse. Is that something that you actually pay attention to when you're like buying horses? I don't actually know. Will I paint the horse shoes? Yes. Yep, we'll get there. They're, so it looks like he's got studs in his hooves. I don't actually know how horseshoes go on. Do they put that, do they normally like nail them in from the side? I thought they nailed them in from the bottom. If I look at the Royal Banner of Scotland scheme of Robert the Bruce you were on about yesterday. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, because he's the King of Scotland, right? We looked that up yesterday. That was really cool to learn. Oh, I should close this paint. Sorry, my hand's been a little stiff just from, honestly, all the painting that I've been doing. That's why I'm cracking it a few times. All right. That side looks good. The main thing, actually, that we need to clean up is around his eye. All right, let's get a slightly smaller brush so I can get just like an actual really opaque, clean edge on this. I think it would be sharp anyways. There, looks pretty good. Get off. What are you? Get off. There we go. That's something like random stuck to it. I'm really glad that you're enjoying the dresses. I, for the longest time, just, they ended up at the bottom of my, like, hamper. And so I've been, like, doing some, like, major laundry recently, and I was like, oh, that's where these have been. Hence why you've been seeing more of them recently. That's a little bit of this that we didn't paint at all. Whoopsies. Okay, there we go. I think I need a little bit more. Still looks a little too, oh my God, that's way too bright. Hold on. There. Yeah, I'm very happy with them. Okay, I feel pretty good about the white cleanup. I'm gonna do, the one thing that I wanna maybe touch up is this edge one more time. Into that cross, please. You totally missed that, and also that one. There we go. Okay, let's do the blue now. Oh, Craig, I promise that you absolutely can acquire this talent through just practicing. I mean, like, how often do you guys see me painting live on camera? Well, I do painting off camera as well. So like I am painting all of the time, and I've been painting for a very long time, 10 plus years. It's getting so, it's actually closer to like 20 plus years at this point. Alex, that's a good one. I appreciate that. Don't mind the coughing today. He's just a little hoarse. That's perfect. But yeah, Craig, going back to it, you absolutely can get to this point. You just got to start practicing. Like, don't be afraid to get going and just dive in and start painting some stuff. Like, honestly, what I recommend doing is if you don't have a local game store to go to where they have paint nights, like paint takes and stuff, where you can like buy in and they generally have somebody sort of teaching you how to paint, or at least going over the basics, or at minimum there for you to ask questions of if you have questions, and never be afraid to do that. It's totally fine. But the other thing that I just find really good is like go on like eBay, Facebook Marketplace, whatever. Find somebody who is selling just a shit ton of old Space Marines, okay? Like, you don't give a shit about them. They're not worth anything to you. They're literally fodder for practice. And buy them. Because you can generally get like Space Marines pretty cheap, especially if you're going for like the older stuff that's like a dime a dozen or whatever. Or just like find whatever miniatures you can that are cheap and in bulk, that have no paint on them already. Because you don't want to have to fuss with like removing paint, somebody else's paint job, to then practice. But like if you can find in bulk cheaply through like Facebook Marketplace, eBay, any other like sold by an individual type of market, buy them in bulk, practice on those. That way you learn, you can mess with things. You don't have to give a shit about them. They're not for a specific army or for a D&D campaign or anything like that. They're just whatever. And you get to mess around with them and learn and practice and make mistakes and then learn from those mistakes and go, how can I achieve not the same mistake and do something better or different, or actually accomplish what you meant to do, but you like made an error and it just didn't work out that way. You can think about it and you don't have to worry about it being something important to you. It's true. It's true, Gordon. Not non-stop. I definitely took breaks. There was definitely periods of like downtime where I just didn't paint miniatures for years, but I also have like an actual formal art background. So like color theory has been a thing that I've paid attention to since I was in high school. My entire art background is like, my entire college career is art-based. So like I went to school for comic books. Like I wanted to make comic books for a living. That was my original ambition. And now I'm here hanging out with you guys on the internet, painting a horse. I wouldn't have it any other way. All right, we need the blue. We need our blue out. I need to stop dilly-dally shilly-shallying. I'm gonna need to change my palette paper soon because I'm gonna need to order more palette paper soon because I think I'm almost out. And this one's getting pretty dense. Ooh, I just stuck my hand in some more wet paint. Whatever, it's fine. We need to switch to the smaller brush. So we can actually get a clean AF finish on that circle surrounding his little horsey eyeball. There we go. That looks good. Oh, I just fucking remembered another portion of the white that I didn't clean up. Good on me. You're so smart, Angela. You're so observational. There. I might want to do one more layer. It still looks a little yellow to me, but I can't tell if that's just my eyeball is playing tricks on me or if it's still showing a little bit of the yellow. We'll let it dry here. Oh, well, thank you, Neo. I appreciate that. I try to stay authentic. I try to be like a real human being. But I know that sometimes people don't believe it. All right. Are we at the point where we need to wash the fabrics, I think, and then put the pattern on it? I think so. I think that's where we're at. So I'm gonna do the white first. And we'll record that. I think I'm gonna do it down here for ease. Oh my gosh, Alex, thank you for another 200 kroner donation. You are a place so far from where you started. Love to watch you Watch your journey. Like to spend time with you and CC and chat. Hugs from Denmark. Well, thank you, Alex. I love hanging out with you as well. I love seeing you in chat, and I'm genuinely like, that makes me feel so good. I also actually legit feel like I have come quite a way when it, okay, maybe that was not the best phrasing of that. I also feel like I have achieved a lot. I have achieved a lot over my course on YouTube of being able to do a lot more with my paints than I think I once did. I'm both faster and sometimes more meticulous in certain instances, but in an instance, like, okay, on this horse, like I'm being kind of meticulous, but I'm also just having fun, and I'm chatting with you, and I'm not really like super worried about it or anything like that. But genuinely, that is, yeah, my phrasing was a little oopsies, but it's fine. I said I was coming. The Chaos Cultist is just shaking his head at me. He's he's doing some editing right now, and he's like, that's why he didn't hear me at first. And he's like, what? And then he just did this. I couldn't see his face, but I assume he like deadpanned and like just stared at what he was editing and went, my wife.
I am never deadpan. I am always undead hot.
Oh, you're an undead pot. I apologize, my bad. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are too sweet. Okay, too sweet. We need, not this one. I said I was doing the white first, Angela. I don't actually need to do this quite yet. Thank you. I only do that if I know I'm painting a really big section. I will never look at chat and actively have my like paintbrush moving on the miniature unless, sorry, I choked myself there. I knew it was something that I was not going to risk like fucking up. If I was working on the shield with the like tricorder, or not tricorder, what the fuck am I saying? The quadrants on it, or doing the chevron. I remembered it this time, chat. I'm so proud of myself. The chevron pattern, like I wouldn't look at you. I apologize, but I would not look at you. I would be eyeballs focused on what I was doing. Speaking of the chevrons, I don't know why I said it like that. We do need to start working on them, but we need to do this wash first. Okay, focus, Angela, focus. You only know if you're actually too sweet if mosquitoes really like you. If mosquitoes enjoy your blood too much, then you know you're too sweet. Although I said, like, is that actually, so when you have diabetes, is it that you have too much sugar in your blood? I thought it was that you reacted to it. Do I not understand diabetes like at all? I'll have to look that up. In diabetes, like when you're diabetic,
Yes.
do you have too much or too little sugar in your blood?
So, what diabetes is the fact that your body is incapable of breaking down glucose properly.
Oh.
It's a regulation of blood sugar that is...
what actual diabetics deal
Yes.
with. Okay.
So what can end up happening is a diabetic's body is not very good at storing sugar for a medium length of time in any way.
Okay.
So what that means is if they drink, like, I'm just talking from practical experience from a family member who lived with me who had diabetes until they passed. Just to give that context, I am not a medical professional.
Right.
But basically, it means that if you have diabetes and you eat a bunch of sugar, it hits you like a fucking brick.
I see. In the weight gain, like,
well, also,
in the negative ways or like hyper energy way?
Both.
Okay.
It literally to it can cause a manic episode
Oh.
level of like you can overdose on it. In the same way, because their bodies don't process sugar very well over a long period of time, if certain types of diabetics,
Right, because I know there's a couple different types.
yeah, if they don't eat at regular intervals to keep their blood sugar up, they will pass out and have worse health consequences.
Okay, so
my grandmother basically was the type who had both, where she
Okay.
had to have very monitored blood sugar, and could not have large amounts.
So did she eat like a lot of like fruits and like things with natural sugars in
Not
them?
as much as she should have, and
Well, obviously, of course, like probably not. But like, would that have been the way to like? Is that a way for somebody who with diabetes to like manage that
partly.
partially safely
Partly.
without it being as detrimental as eating like high trans fat or like like complex like sugars problems? Because like I imagine it's worse when like somebody who's diabetic like consumes like a cake versus like a strawberry.
Yep. Different types of sugar.
Right.
Sugar. Well, that's because you're talking about You're talking about caloric density at that point. Like,
True.
The average amount of sugar, like the common thing that I've seen cited is a bite of a Krispy Kreme donut. A bite of a Krispy Kreme donut is the equivalent sugar of like 2 apples.
What?
Like, yeah. Do you know how much sugar is in that you drink?
Yeah, no, I do. Alex, thank you so much for another $200 kroner donation.
Thank
if
you.
we can break your patience, then let us try, lovely. Very well, very well. Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's a lot of sugar in this, but I didn't realize that like, I guess I thought fruits had had more, because, well, I mean, apples
Think
are,
of it this way. If you were to be Nile red in your head for a second.
Okay.
And you've reduced all the sugar out of 2 apples, and you've made a glaze in a cup. You're not making very much glaze.
No, you're not.
And now imagine how much glaze is on a Krispy Kreme donut, let alone how much sugar is on the inside of that donut. And so that's what I'm saying about literal, like sugar molecules.
I see.
Yeah, that's the thing about it.
Okay.
And so, for example, like, if somebody has a family member who has had diabetes, you will empathize with this. Like, basically, if somebody's blood sugar gets too high or too low, they can become drunk behaving.
Interesting.
Like, they are not able to think. They can become very upsetting. I'm not going to get into details.
Yeah, no, of course. Okay, no, that makes sense. I just hadn't quite realized. Like, I have a family member who's diabetic, but like, I never spent that much time with them. Definitely as like an adult.
I am also speaking from experience, mostly from the 90s and the 2000s. So
fair enough.
Technology has.
Havman is a current diabetic, and he just said everything CC said is spot on. The Krispy Kreme donut is a perfect analogy.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, my grandmother, we kept Skittles around as like if her blood sugar got too low.
You gave her like one?
Like emergency pills kind of situation, yeah.
Honestly, that's...
A lot of diabetics, if you see like a box of sugary snacks in their home.
That's what it's for. It's that emergency, I need that blood sugar spike.
Yep.
Fair enough. I'm honestly surprised I don't have diabetes just because of like my Mountain Dew consumption, but I also really...
You need to watch it as you get older.
Oh, I do. I also try not to like, and with the exception of like around the holidays mostly, like I don't actually feel like I eat that many sweet things outside of the sugary drinks, right? Like, do I actually? Like, I'm asking legitimately, like, for me to be mindful of it.
Yes.
Okay.
In the world setting, yes.
Okay.
As an American, maybe not, because let's just keep in mind how much sugar is in American bread.
Oh, fair. I do eat a lot of bread.
So that's where my mind goes. Those Cheeto things you eat.
Are they sugary, really?
Probably.
I didn't think they were,
but
I'll double
look at the bag when I go downstairs.
Okay, like legitimately, that's fair. I don't know if there is a bag right
now.
now.
With all the talk, I'm getting a soda.
Okay, that's fair. Could you bring me up a glass of water when you do?
Yes.
Thank you. You literally have little snacks specifically for that reason. That makes sense. Look up glycemic index, helps stratify the food and tends to spike your blood sugar. Excellent. Okay, I'll take a look at that. Diabetes affects the feet as well. Seeing diabetics with a coin embedded in... What? 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 Washed out hobbyist. Hey Angela, a game I think you should do a reaction to sometime is Hobgoblin by Mike Hutchinson. You know, I think I know Hobgoblin. Hold on. Is this because Hobgoblin, is that like super new or is it a little bit older? Mike Hutchinson, there we go. Oh yes, Alesset Studios, okay. Ooh, I do like the art. Has it been a while since I've looked at this? You know, I think, how new is the Hobgoblin Washed Out Hobbyist? Was this like something that was like originally like a Kickstarter? Like did he do a Game Found or a Kickstarter or something like that for it? Cause I know the studio. I've worked with the studio actually before. This looks really cool, actually. Is it mostly an RPG, or do they have official miniatures that go with it too? Okay, it's miniature agnostic I'm seeing. So Hobgoblin, there's no preset factions to choose from. Interesting. Okay. Oh, he's the Gaslands creator. That's why I know his name.
Real quick.
Understood.
So your bags for Cheetos aren't there, so I just found the Sunship bag.
Yeah.
Which expired in April?
Yeah, I haven't been eating it. It's just...
Why is... Okay, Angela? Whenever I ask you to throw out your old expired snacks...
To be fair, I didn't know that one was still in there.
Snacks that expired on the 8th of April qualify as old snacks.
How far back in the corner was it? Was it like really hidden? Because I don't think I noticed it.
I mean, I had to lean over because I'm not as short as you.
Okay, I think I might have like not seen it in the corner or something in the back. I apologize. Anyways, yes, how much sugar is in that?
14 grams.
That's a lot.
In the entire bag, yeah.
Okay, but that's the entire bag. How many servings are supposed to be in that?
7.
That's still like 2 grams per serving.
Yep.
How much sugar is one supposed to?
Chips.
How much sugar is one supposed to have in a day? Does anybody know?
I'm sorry, you and my drink is down there.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine.
And you will absolutely have my permission to take that chip clip off that and throw those away. I did not realize they were still in there. Yeah, apparently it's been in there for a while. I know.
To be fair, 14 grams of sugar is still only like 1/6 is what's in your Mountain Dew. So, there you go.
77. Okay, but that's showing okay, hold on. There is only 29 grams of sugar in this can, not 77.
Only 29.
Only 29? To be fair, okay, like legitimately, I am drinking the minis. I do not drink full cans, okay? I am not consuming multiple
you're the one who said
full
you were
cans.
concerned about having diabetes.
Oh, I understand. I agree. I am not denying that. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to like, listen, the 77 when I looked over there and it was the bottle stressed me out. Oh, that's really cool. What did Gav think about it? Did he enjoy it? Oh yeah, Shooter's Blood and Teeth is a great game. I've played that on the channel. Absolutely recommend it.
Also, maybe that's been triggering my allergies.
Maybe, like
I've been leaving food to rot for months.
I'm so sorry. I genuinely did not know that was still in there. Thank you for the water. Did you bring up, okay, I was gonna say, did you bring up your soda?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What was I doing? Touching up the blue. No, not at all. We have been attempting for like the last 30 minutes to try to put a damn wash on this white and this blue. That's what we've been doing. I think I'm finally ready, chat. I keep hitting that button. Okay, let's get this back into focus. Why am I just feeling like I can't see anything? Why do I feel like I'm blind? Ah. Why is there sugar in bread? Bread is yeast, flour, and water. Because Americans like to put sugar in their bread.
Because we like our cake.
Because we like cake.
Because we heard what that Marie Antoinette lady said, and we were like, you know what? Her family helped us with the revolution. She's got some ideas. And that idea is cake.
That idea is cake. And we were like, yes, make all bread cake. All right, there we go. I've adjusted my camera. It's closer to my face now. I feel like I can see it better. I think I should raise this up. All right, we're starting recording. I think you might have misread something. Dropped bonkers? I don't know what dropped bonkers is. Yeast naturally makes sugar. You know it does, but we need more.
And I promise you that 14 grams was listed under added sugar.
Yeah.
And if you want an actual economic answer to the question of why do we put sugar in everything, it's because the U.S. government subsidizes a lot of corn farms in the U.S. The corn farms, in turn, have to sell their corn for a very low cost in the U.S. And that is what makes corn syrup so incredibly cheap in the United States of America compared to actually every other country. It's because basically the government pays for it. And because of that, a lot of American food manufacturers, especially through the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, switched all of their local food manufacturing to use said corn syrup.
Because it was cheaper.
Yes, and that is in turn, I believe, why the EU ended up outlawing it in a lot of cases. And for I think famously, Ireland doesn't consider American bread,
yeah,
agriculturally. And a lot of that comes from the fact that they didn't want this cheap
fatty cake bread to come in.
Well, not so much the cake bread, but they didn't want corn syrup
to come in
to be a major export of the U.S. into their country.
I mean,
yeah.
No, I mean, I get it. That makes sense to me. Oops, sorry guys, forgot to refocus downwards. There we go. All right, we're gonna come back up here. Don't worry, I caught that it was out of focus. Sorry about that. Let's redo this because I think it'd be good to get maybe. I don't actually care about the neck. Here, you can still see it. Wait a minute. Okay. I don't care about showing this getting done because I want it to be clean. Okay, I feel good about that. Now we can go away and I can do this little bit of recording. That looks pretty good. Wait, is the formula for, I mean, I'm not surprised by this, but is the Fanta US formula different from the Fanta EU formula? Does the Fanta US formula use corn syrup?
Probably.
Is it made in the US? I didn't realize that.
But yeah, they bottle that stuff normally locally.
Oh, I didn't realize. Well, there you go. To be fair, I prefer cane sugar in my sodas. See, my problem is I've tried zero sugar Mountain Dew, and that shit is rancid. Like, it does not taste the same. It is so gross. Blech. I haven't, like, what I should try is I should try zero sugar Dr. Pepper. Because I, like, the only really other soda that I drink is Dr. Pepper, but I tend to avoid it because it's dark. I don't like to drink dark sodas because it stains your teeth even more than normal sodas. But it might be something worth trying. Does that mean you just like eat small meals a lot then? To make sure that you're like getting your stuff in, I guess, or your sugar count in the appropriate time. All right, I think the white went really well. Let's do the blue. So clear the desk a little bit. We still have like a bunch of our stuff from when we were building. Yeah, see, I've never been I've never liked the taste of either Coke or Pepsi. Like, it doesn't matter which one. But like your generic colas, just not a fan. See, I like root beer, but I have to be in a very, very specific mood for root beer. I don't actually know if I like it as much as I used to. I used to like it a lot. But I don't feel like I do as much. But I also don't feel like I've had, like, real root beer in a while. Because I don't really consider, like, barges to be, like, the peak of root beer. And I'm pretty sure that's, like, occasionally when I have to get it in restaurants, that's what they're giving me. Oh, this? It's definitely not tequila whiskey. It is just a colored glass with water in it. I guess it wouldn't be a tequila whiskey. That would be kind of weird. A tequila or whiskey is what you said. I just combined them two. I'm just like, give them both to me right now. Yeah, it's like a weird thing. Like, I have to be in the mood for wanting like that flavor, like that very distinct, specific flavor. Because root beer is a very like, bitter's not the right word. Because if it was more bitter, I definitely would not drink it. I guess maybe it has a little bit of bitterness to it because it is like a beer, and the roots, I guess, maybe give it some bitterness. But anyways. All right, I'm gonna disappear for a moment. You're gonna disappear for a moment. I'm gonna raise the horse up. Oh my god, I just realized I never painted his little ears.
Oh my god!
Everybody panic right now. Please don't actually. I am literally doing something delicate.
Fine.
Don't act.
I
Don't.
was gonna go for a stage slap.
Okay, well, not right now, please.
Fine. Staged spousal abuse later.
Oh my god. Because I was recording, they also couldn't see me, so their stage slap wouldn't have even been visible.
Damn.
You gotta think about these things, honey.
I don't.
Okay, well, that's why
I'm just a stupid assistant.
You're not. That
I'm
is.
not able to comprehend the big-brained world of a professional content creator influencer like yourself.
Okay, that is absolutely the biggest lie you've ever told in your life. Because you are definitely capable. No, it's definitely not floral herbal either. Like, I think it must be bitter. But it's just like a really mild bitterness, which might be why, like, I can kind of, like, I like it on occasion, but I have to be in the mood. Because, like, okay, for example, I hate beer. I do not drink beer. I think it's nasty. I have tried it so many times, and I've never once yet found a beer where I'm like, that's tasty. They're all gross. And so I just don't know if like bitter flavors are really my jam. I fucking love what this wash has done on this blue, by the way. That looks so good. Okay, we're just gonna let it dry. And I'm gonna work on cleaning this table up a little bit more. I feel like I have a bazillion things surrounding me.
It's the D&D stuff.
Oh yeah, actually you're right. Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm just gonna move some of it real quick. We can't not have my notebook with my beautiful horse drawing. Let's see, did these get put back into the right spots? I think that one goes there. The 10 is gonna go there. There we go. It's a little bit better. Hello, Sean. Despite your icon, you're working on a Crusader squad at the moment. That's fantastic. Gordon, that is the biggest lie you've ever told. Men are incapable of lying? Says who?
That's true.
That's not true. Do not agree with him. See, for me, like, I either want, when it comes to alcohol, which I actually don't drink like booze much. Like, I'm a weed lady.
You're a California sober.
I'm a California sober. There you go. Yeah, I'm a California sober. So like I don't really do a lot of booze, but when I do drink, it is definitively going to be some kind of like fruity mixed drink because goddamn, I love just a basic screwdriver, okay? Like give me some vodka and some orange juice, put that bitch in a glass with some ice, and I am a happy girl. As long as it's like actual quality orange juice and actual quality vodka and not garbage. But if I'm gonna go like just straight liquor, I will drink like a Di Serrano or like Amaretto. That's my go-to. Margaritas are pretty good. The problem is like margaritas also like I know have a lot of sugar in them, so I'm just like no, I can't do a lot of because I like frozen margaritas. I'm not a big like would it be called a dry? Like what is a wet margarita? Is that what it's called when it's not when you don't have a frozen margarita? Is it just a margarita and then the qualification for when it's frozen is frozen margarita or okay, I was going to be like is it like I was thinking like, is it called wet margarita? Is it like a dry margarita?
No,
like
frozen.
Okay, it's just a margarita. Okay. Morgan Spice lemonade. You know, I'm kind of hit or miss sometimes on lemonade. But that kind of sounds tasty. What's Krish? Or Kirsch?
Kush?
Is it Kirsh? Kirsch? Kirsch and rum is what he's saying.
I actually don't know what that is.
Yeah, Kirsch and rum and fruitcakes is like heaven. I don't know what that is. You know, I don't know how much whiskey I've actually tried. Some of my college buddies used to drink like Crown Royal, and I think I had some and I thought it was okay. But I don't remember like it leaving a super positive or negative impression on me. I also could have been wasted and not remembered what the flavor of it was and been like, this is fine because I was already inebriated. It tastes like American cream soda?
Hmm.
What? That sounds amazing. That sounds really good. I like cream soda. I'm not always like big on the aftertaste sometimes of cream soda. Like sometimes the cream portion of it like leaves a little really like on my tongue. But most of the time it's pretty good. Okay, I think we need to do some detail work now. And by details, I mean we're gonna paint some chevrons. I'm gonna start with the blue on the white, I think. I should probably outline this with pencil first. Where is that really fine-tipped mechanical pencil? Probably downstairs on the D&D table, actually, now that I think about it. Okay, I have to go downstairs real quick. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go ahead and take my break a little bit early then. We're not quite at 3 o'clock yet, but it's like 2:40, so we're 20 minutes away. I'm gonna go ahead and take my break, run downstairs, grab my pencil, refill my water because I've almost emptied it again. Okay, now I've definitely emptied it. So I'm gonna refill my water, take my break, and when I come back, ideally we're going to not fuck up the first time that we sketch on our chevrons. Yay! All right, let's do it. Oh, okay, hold on. I'm gonna leave you on live so that you can, nope, the music has disconnected. Why does it do that? Did it do it when I switched?
Did it do it when you switched to record it?
No, it definitely had been doing it fine, but when I switched to Be Right Back, I think, is Be Right Back fucking it up?
Could be.
Oh no!
Delete the listener
Okay.
and try re-adding it. If that doesn't work, I don't have another solution right now.
Okay, so like
Mac OS audio capture, yeah.
so delete this.
Yeah, just delete.
All right. Yes.
All right, go to plus at the bottom.
Okay.
At the bottom it says depreciation. Actually, no, up. Mac OS audio capture.
Mac OS audio capture. Okay.
Just hit OK.
Okay. Desktop audio capture. Okay. There it is.
You have to drop the volume.
Holy shit, it was very loud. Sorry, guys.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave you guys on this screen because I don't want to. That's not currently set up on the Be Right Back screen for whatever reason. Well, actually, hold on.
You'll have to add it.
I can do that. I learned how to do it. All right, so Mac audio capture. Add existing.
Yeah.
Okay. There it is. Okay, cool, sweet. Let's go. Hey, all right, cool. So I'm gonna mute myself here in a second, but there's the music. Okay, tell me, please tell me, by the way, in the future, like the minute it disappears, because I am trying to figure out what is actually causing the connection problem, and because it keeps doing this to me and it's pissing me off, frankly. So I'm trying to figure out like and isolate where the issue is. So in the future, if we've got music going and then it like suddenly stops, if some of you guys are like, especially my regulars, if you could like call it out like as soon as you notice, and I know you're not always listening to the music, but I'm hoping by making this request, maybe it'll like in the back of your mind subconsciously be there, and then sometime we'll be able to isolate what the actual issue is. Anyways, I'm gonna go take my break now and get myself some more water and all of that jazz, and make sure to get my pencil downstairs because that's not the whole reason we're doing this. And don't worry, I know you can still hear me because I'm still intentionally talking to you. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave now, but I just wanted to like call that out. Anyways, thank you guys, and I'll be back very soon. delete that. Yes. Add it back in. I don't know why it's doing this. Like, genuinely, it's so weird. We didn't, at first I thought it was going to be like, you know, oh, we just have to like reset it every time or something, or get it started first or something like that. Like, it's so weird.
There's some settings I can check, but I'll need to do it when you're offline.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. Maybe we'll make sure to do that before the next stream, which will be on Tuesday of next week.
Yeah, my theory is that something else is pulling the device.
Oh, I was wondering.
And I don't understand how, but it might be a permissions thing. I don't know. There's a list of things I can check.
Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you guys for like for noting that, and I really appreciate. Yeah, no, that's because I added it back in because I saw that it stopped.
I mean, the alternative is we could always just make a playlist.
Honestly, I have actually been considering that.
Epidemic probably has.
They actually, I think, already do.
Yeah, so you download those, and then you can just reference them as the MP3 file. That
was exactly what I was thinking of doing, because like this just keeps being such a consistent issue.
Yeah, and that we just have.
And also, I have an Epidemic license, so then I would never have to worry about like copyright claims again, because it would just be like, I'd be covered.
All right, I'll find that over the weekend.
Okay. I appreciate that. That would be extremely helpful, because yeah, I want, especially since I want streaming to become even more of a consistent like thing, especially here on the hobby channel. So I want to get those kinds of like bugs worked out. Oh, and it died again. What the fuck? Okay, I'm just gonna yeah, I'm just gonna like not sorry guys, we just won't have music for right now. This is so weird. Okay, well, I'm gonna try one more time. I just want to see like how quickly restart capture. Okay, that works. So I can restart it at least. Holy, what a weird situation. I genuinely don't know what's happening with that. Anyways, I brought my pencil. So I'm gonna make myself invisible. Oops.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine. There we go. And then I need to capture myself drawing. Now I'm gonna do this down kind of low. Like I'm not gonna be able to accurately draw chevrons with a pencil while it's floating up in the air like this. Just sorry, I'm not that talented. But I think this will work. Okay. That's on there. Let's go ahead and do the next one. Okay. The music was transitioning and I was like, is it doing it again? I am so hyper like focused on like figuring out like what is doing it? How long does it last? Because it was lasting for so long previously. I'm hoping we'll be okay now. A fine micron marker? We're not going black though. I want to paint over this, so I think the pencil will be fine. I've done this so many times. Oh, I understand. I appreciate you guys saying it's fine without the music, but like legitimately, I like having it as like a nice background for when I do happen to stop talking for a period of time or something like that. Oh my God, I just realized I'm still recording. Well, there's gonna be some nice gesturing in there. All right, I think that will be probably enough. All right, there we go. We're back. I just need to draw this one. All right. And then I think what we'll do is we'll come in with the white. Should I do the white first? I think so. I think it makes sense to do the white ones, or to attempt to do the white chevrons first. Okay. That is not the white I want. The white I want is over here. All right, we have the white on our palette. I'm gonna disappear for a moment again. Does me literally clicking on it fuck it up? That is wild.
You're what?
Okay. Where did I do that? Properties, restart capture. Okay, noted. Apparently me clicking on it accidentally pauses it, like, or disconnects it. I think I still have to do this down here, actually. I need... That's pretty focused, right? Yeah, I think that looks pretty focused. I'm gonna do a quick, really unfocus. Enhance, 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 enhance. Okay, that looks good. Start recording. All right, this is going pretty well so far. Can't forget the chevron on the fold. It's probably more than enough of that since I got 3 minutes of that. Didn't mean to go that long, but oops, I was in the groove. Honestly, I think it looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and work on this side, and I won't bother getting any footage of this side. It's storming again today for you? My goodness. Oh, thank you. I'm basing it off of the, if you're, if you're a proper weeb like myself. What? I'm not allowed to...
Nope.
Oh. Okay, fine. Well, if you are a proper weeb like myself, then you may have indulged in the series called Overlord, and I have been absolutely obsessed with it right now. It is a light novel series that got made into an anime, and I love both. I'm listening to the light novel on audiobook right now, and it's voice acted by the guy that voice acts the main character, Ainz, aka Momon, aka like something Sakura, I believe, because like that's his like Japanese name. Back when he used to live in Japan as a human, as a boring salaryman in like 2073 or something like that.
No, it's 2173.
Or sorry, 2173. Hey, at least I got the 73 right. I knew it was like something like that. Anyways, and I absolutely love it. It's a great series. It's so fucking good. I love it. And so I'm at the point where we just watched the Sacred Kingdom movie that they did, which is like 2 of the books combined into a movie. Which I still don't quite understand why they did it that way. Like, I assume it's budget reasons or whatever, or like something. I don't really know, but regardless, I watched the movie, really liked it, knew I wanted to be working on a Brettonian. Like, I knew I wanted to work on something old world, and I really had not worked on a knight in like, I think it's close to 2 years now. Like, this might be like the 2-year anniversary of me doing a knight. And so I was inspired by the Sacred Kingdom's paladins because they have like really cool mithril armor. Here, I can show you. I still have the picture up on my phone. So I'll show you what it takes a look like. So this is, I just put the horse. It's fine. It's okay.
What?
I almost knocked my miniature over. So this is the color palette that I am basing my color palette on. And as you can see, it's predominantly white with blue. And then it has a very mithril sort of plate mail-esque or like bright platinum like steel armor. So that's what we're going with. Hello, Sean. It's lovely to see you. How are you doing today? I need this, like, I have this one knuckle that I really want to pop and it just will not pop and it's driving me crazy. Also, I saw somebody in chat ask what a weeb is, K Ojo. That is some take it as an insulting term, I just find it funny, term for somebody who is a like big anime fan. The term used to be otaku.
It's still otaku. Weeb is the derogatory term.
That's fair, you're right. That's true. I was using it. That's why I was using it, because I was trying to like be down on myself about it. But yeah, no, it's the derogatory term of otaku. Although I think in Japan, otaku isn't actually a very popular term, like a very positive term either. Yeah, it's basically somebody who's really obsessed with anime. And you can be an otaku or a weeb for a lot of things, I think. It gets very heavily associated with anime because it came from Japan. Because in Japan there's like military otaku and like Like if you're like in gun otaku, and which would still probably be like a subsect of military otaku, but there could also be differences. Like anybody who's really obsessed with baseball would like be considered like a baseball otaku. Like if they were just like that was their thing. All right, back to my chevrons. Remy's waiting on a pizza delivery? Oh my gosh. Does Remy get to have some of the pizza? Do they make dog-friendly pizzas?
I'm sure someone does.
Somebody has to, right? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. As I've been working on the white on the blue, like the white chevrons on the blue, it just makes me keep thinking of the Shinsengumi because it's their color palette too. Like, that's like ever since I've started this, even yesterday and like the day before when I was building it, I was thinking about it. I was like, you know, I am basically doing a Shinsengumi color scheme. I'm such a nerd. If you guys aren't aware, one of my like all-time probably like favorite animes, even though I've only watched it entirely in once, but I just absolutely loved it. Because I also liked the manga art a lot. Like I thought that I don't even remember the mangaka's name specifically.
That's the best.
What? No, not for Kenshin. I'm not
Oh.
talking about Kenshin. I mean, Kenshin's fine, but like, no. I'm talking about Peacemaker Kurogane.
Oh, sorry. You said Shinsengumi, and my brain was immediately on. Well,
I understand.
That's where the most famous Shinsengumi in manga and anime.
I understand, but like Peacemaker Kurogane is entirely about the Meiji Restoration era, and
they're a historic police.
yeah, they're a historic police group in Japan.
I was just like, Angela.
No, and that's why I said her art and not his art.
I had headphones on.
Fair enough. Because yes, oh my God, wait. She's got extra beef on hers? Hell yeah.
What does that mean?
Oh, the dog. The dog's getting pizza with extra beef on hers.
You meant the woman?
No.
The mangaka? And I was like, what do you mean the mangaka got
Extra beef on her. No.
Like this is like a fight? Like they're having a beef?
No, actually, you know how like the blacksmith and like Full Metal Alchemist's wife is super ripped?
Yes.
She's got that.
I'm aware of what Winry is like, yes.
Not Winry. The teacher.
She's not a blacksmith.
I said the blacksmith's wife. Is her husband or her
He's a baker.
He's a baker?
I think so.
No, he's not.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Okay, hold on. I have to look this up now. I swear.
Isn't he just a stay-at-home husband?
I thought he was a blacksmith. Why?
I thought he took care of her. I'm not saying he doesn't do some smithing.
Alchemist.
I admit, I just heard blacksmith and I went, Winry? What?
Full Metal
Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
All right, and then I need to say teachers.
Sensei's.
Sensei's
Husband. Yeah, I have the image. I have the image in my head of the big man. I know. Him in the handshake with Armstrong.
They run a meat shop. I'm so sorry.
He's a butcher.
He's a butcher. That's what it is. I'm like, I swear he does something very, very masculine.
But it's food oriented.
It's food oriented.
So we
That's
were
what it
both
is.
halfway there.
We were. Okay, it's fine. We figured it out. She's the queen, and she's 110 pounds of fun. Amazing. I love that she gets beef pizza. That's so good. Needs more yellows for the Chargers? No. The horse is yellow. 'Cause it's cool. Blacksmiths are cool. What do you mean, why would an alchemist marry a blacksmith? Wait, did you just marry me so I paint miniatures for you? He's in the other room, so I don't know how fast he'll respond to that. So if your assumption is that the person's profession determines why you marry a person, did you just marry me so I would paint miniatures for you?
I mean, first off, yes. Secondly,
We're
my point was the spouse's magical skills could invalidate one's work.
fair enough.
Like,
Well,
what's the point of
obviously-
being a blacksmith when your wife?
You're asking this when literally an alchemist's best friend is the person who constructed his fucking metal arm for him. Didn't Winry make his metal arm for him?
But she's an auto mail specialist, not a blacksmith. Those are very different.
But you
jobs.
called her a blacksmith because when I said blacksmith, you said Winry, which means that you were thinking of her as a blacksmith.
She can be more than one thing, Angela. Why do you have to like?
Watched his face. He was calculating so hard. I'm like, how can I turn this around on her? Like I watched like a loading, like beep, 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 like the dot. Why are you taking my microphone? My music's gone again.
Why hasn't Angela said anything about the Epstein files? Why hasn't she released the list yet? What do you have to hide from the public, Angela? Why won't you let us know?
Okay, that is not where that goes. All right, this guy. Sorry, this guy. I took that a little far, everybody.
Not far enough.
My goodness. How do we think the chevrons look, though? They look pretty sick, right?
I would get gas there.
You would get gas. That took me a second to process what you said.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what?
A loading bar, huh?
That's different. I was watching you calculate a way to like to flip what I said around. I was processing the words that came out of your mouth. Okay, Ojo, if I could, I absolutely would, okay? I'd put them out there for everybody to see. All right. I think they're bright enough. Okay, here's a question. Do you think I should do the underside of like the cloak, like, or the cape of the horse, the horse's butt cape? That's the word I was looking for. Do you think I should make the underside of this white since the chevrons would like touch it? Or should I clean it and make it flat black or flat black? What the hell? Blue, and just like make it look like that white fabric ends immediately at that edge. I'm so glad that you guys are entertained by our silliness.
That's what 11 years of marriage will get you.
Mm-hmm. Blue. Butt cape is the technical term, to be fair. You know what? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the reinforcement of that. All right, let's make it blue then. No, I can't do a gradient. I'm not gonna fuss around. Like, no one's gonna really see it, so it needs to either be all white or all blue. One or the other. Those are our only options.
Blue on one side, white on the other.
I'm already doing that. I'm just, okay, we're literally, guys, you're making this more complicated. This is the underside of the fabric. No one's gonna see like this.
White.
White?
Yep.
So you think I should make it be the color of the chevrons? Like whatever the chevron is that meets the edge, that it should be that color? Or should I have it be the original fabric color and have it look like the chevron like was a stitch on and like...
I think you should go for white.
Uh-huh.
Because if you fuck up and get white somewhere underneath, that's way easier to fix.
It's not that far underneath.
Okay, whatever you want. Okay, I gave you logic and reasoning and you have rejected.
Okay, I'm still gonna do white. Same color as the outside, blue, it's quicker. But what happens, I think I understand CC's point here of like, what if I fuck up and go over the edge and then mess up the chevrons?
You do you.
I'm gonna do the white because I'm afraid of messing up the chevrons by painting blue. And like just constantly like going back and forth between. So on the other side, so on the white fabric, we'll make it blue on the end, on the bottom. Does that make sense, everybody? Okay, yeah, that works. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing on this side. And then we can do the blue on the other side. Oh yeah, no, I always have a clean wet brush around for doing any touch up. Having to pull any paint back. Okay, that looks great. We can move on to the blue. Line the chevrons with gold. If I was gonna line it with anything, I would do silver, but we're gonna be doing more work on the shields that you can see here that are still in gray on both the white and the blue. And those are also going to have either, well, on this side with the blue, it's gonna have white and silver. And then on this side with the white, it's gonna have silver and blue. And so that's where we're gonna get some of our metallics in there. Right, where is my blue paint that I've been using? Wolf gray. I don't think I've ever seen a gray wolf that's this blue.
There are no wolves on Fenris.
This isn't thankfully this is a non-GW product. So There doesn't matter that there are no wolves on Fenris. Notice a smidge of a edge that I did not like. So I was just cleaning it up. Sorry, I was off camera, but I need to bring it. I need to tuck in. Yeah, I'm really happy with how that looks. Okay, let's do the blue. We have blue on our palette. Go me. Look at me being prepared. Let us disappear so I can get some audio capture. Oh my God, it did it again. Properties, restart capture. I'm so sorry it keeps doing that. So in this particular instance, I decided that what I was going to do is I'm going to use Sir Coates a lot as my base silver, which is a Duncan Rhodes color. But then once that's on there, and probably after like a very light black wash, I'm going to then dry brush it with this Master Series Paint Bones line, which is from Reaper, if you're familiar with the miniature line Reaper. And this is filigree silver. So we're gonna do a bright highlight of filigree silver because I think the combination of these two, I did a test here. So here, actually, I'll bring it up closer so you can get a better look at it. Holy shit, that's definitely not in focus. There we go. So that's what I'm doing. Because the filigree by itself is very pretty, but I think it's a little too bright. And I think with a wash over it, while that could dull it down a little bit, I think it's a little, I don't think it's gonna be enough. So we're gonna do the combination of the two colors. I think it'll just add more depth that way too, which will be nice. Okay, disappear. Now that I fixed the music, I can't believe that keeps making, like, ugh, makes me so mad. Tori, are you asking the undercoat for the entire, like, what did I do to prime it? Or are you asking what is my blue color? Like, is that what you're asking? Can you clarify a little bit? Oh my God, it did stop again. What the heck? Okay, there you go. That is so weird. I'm very irritated by it. Oh, you're very welcome. Okay. That seems pretty focused. Just doing a quick check. Yeah, that looks good. All right, let's go ahead and paint and record the blue section. And one more chevron on this side. Okay. Excellent. I'm gonna do the other side like this. No, and I appreciate it. I completely appreciate you guys letting me know when it's happening because it is something I'm genuinely trying to figure out. But I think our solution that Chaos Cultist and I came up with of just honestly putting together a playlist and or downloading a playlist from Epidemic Sound, which is where we get all of our music licensing when we do like our normal YouTube videos and stuff, which we have, like we're paying a license to be able to use so that we can monetize them. I think we just need to download something like that, have it on the computer, and need to have a source referencing that file so it can play that instead of trying to use the internet, because I don't know why. Like, I assume something is going on, either like that the source is being taken from the audio capture and being used elsewhere, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's like, here, I'm gonna actually try, if I mute it for myself, I'm gonna test that. Because I've had it playing for myself. Maybe because it is literally playing out of my speakers on the laptop. Maybe that's what's causing it. So I'm gonna mute it and see if it works, because I can still see it's playing for you. And it never stops playing for me, so I can't tell that way otherwise. So I'm gonna see if this helps. Like, maybe that's what it is. Maybe my speakers are pulling its source, and that's preventing it. So the shield on the knight, I'm gonna do the... I think I'm gonna do the pattern that we see on the princess's outfit. Let's see, is she... Actually, you can see it on this character too. So I think on the knight's shield, I think I'm gonna try to do this design, just like the two triangles upside down, is what I might do there. And then for the, actually this is kind of you can kind of see it. This is not the best image, but look, anime titties. I'm gonna do this symbol, the crest, on the banner, and I'll cry a lot because I'm not, I need to practice drawing it off camera before I do anything with it. But that's the idea. That's the idea. Okay. Horse. Oh my God, it did it again. Why are you like this? You... Okay, there we go. You haven't used OBS in a while, but you're looking forward to going back to streaming maybe next week. I'll have to look up to see if I come up with an explanation of what's going on for your music issues then. Yeah, I'm genuinely not sure. OBS is a Muppet. That's, you know what? That's an accurate, probably.
OBS plays Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, Zinch does. Why couldn't OBS? All right, let's work on our chevron pattern on this side. I'm like glancing over now, like rapidly every now and then. Is it going? My assumption is just something's not playing nice with something else. Oh, that's what I've done like 4 or 5 times already, GME. That's the problem, is I keep deleting it, I keep creating a new one, and something somewhere is just going, nope. Stop that. How dare you let your chat listen to music? There. I think that looks pretty good. Now, the white chevrons, I do want to be that bright. I do legitimately think I need to wash the blue ones. So, that's what I'm gonna do. Very gently, as like the softest of soft glazes. Okay, I'm gonna disappear again because I should probably capture this. Chat, I said go away. Don't leave me. Don't look in focus enough. Okay, that looks pretty good. Start recording. Yep, that's the color I needed. Where did I put that paint? There it is. Spin it. Let's actually just get a little bit more on our brush. All right, and then do it again. Oh, it stopped again. Dang it.
Sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just going to leave it off at this point.
So we gotta make a playlist and just load it up.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's just so random. Like, that's the thing that's, like, so weird about it. All right. All right. Oh, well. It's fine. That paint wasn't fully dry, so my wash just took it completely back up, so I'll need to let that dry a little bit more. Absolutely. Yeah, no, painting streams are absolutely wonderful for that reason. I love the sharing of ideas and everything. Plus, also, like, if you guys have questions about, like, something I'm doing, you can ask specific questions, which is a little harder to do when it's a YouTube video. Like, of course, you can put a comment and everything, but there is a chance that I might miss it or something like that. So this way you can just like sort of directly ask it. There's lots of good reasons to do that. Why I personally like to do this as a painting stream. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I was like, I knew there was something I wanted to touch up. What was it? A little bit of the white right around here. And then I notice a little bit right here. Could be a bit cleaner. And that edge needs to be touched up. Actually, I'm not sure I actually painted that edge period, so let's just fix that. There we go. All right. Now, the next thing that we need to do is draw quadrants on the shields, which I think I'm going to do on this side because it's going to be a little bit easier, like for a camera. However, I just realized that I do think that blue is probably dry now. Oh, I need it. Okay, hold on. I didn't actually finish touching that up well enough. That looks a bit better. There. There we go. Oh, I'm sorry. How did I prime the model? No, Tori, I just completely did not see your follow-up to that question. So to answer your question, I can actually give you a very good example here because here is the knight who I have not painted at all yet. I haven't put any extra colors on him. So what I did is I primed the knight and the horse both starting with a just basic gray color tone, like a standard gray. I specifically, if you want like the brand name and color, I use GW Citadel standard Mechanicus gray. So that's what I used. Then what I did, and there's an entire stream of me doing this. So if you really want to see like the details of it, you can absolutely go watch that afterwards. But what I did after that was I started using ash gray from the Army Painter, the War Paints Fanatics line, which is their newer one. So I grabbed ash gray and I dry brushed the crap out of both the horse and the man. And then once I was done with that and feeling satisfied with it, I moved on to just the standard white. What is it? Matte white from, again, the War Paints Fanatic line from the Army Painter. And I dry brushed that over top to get a grisaille highlight. Also known as slap chop. If you've heard people talk about the term slap chop, that's basically what's referring to. That way I could use both a combination of opaques as well as contrast colors and do some really fun stuff with my highlights. And I like doing this because for me, I need to see where my highlights and shadows should be just naturally based on like what is happening on the sculpt of the model. And the grisaille really aids me in seeing that. And that way, when I do go in, whether it is with contrast colors or opaques, I can just have a bit more confidence in my approach because I have better visualized, because of my priming, what the model is going to look like with highlights on it and where those highlights should be and where the shadows should probably be focused. It just guides me a lot better than doing a basic flat single color prime. And it's something that I do in like almost all of my stuff now. Like there is very rarely a point where I will do a single color flat prime unless it is going to be just like, I want the brightest possible pigmentation out of my contrast colors. And then I'll do like normally Wraithbone. I don't tend to go pure white with my primers because I then can't see a damn thing, in the same way that I can see nothing when I prime something in black. It just becomes a blob and I see zero details anymore. So like I don't tend to do either a flat black or a flat white by itself, but I will do like either gray sear, like so a very, very, very pale blue gray, or a very, 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 very pale beige color tone, which is what Wraithbone is. And that I will sometimes use, but most of the time I do dark gray as my primer out of the rattle can, and then I do a dry brush up to bright white highlights. And you can do a grisaille by doing colored, like a colored dry brushing effect rather than white, like doing doing a neutral gray. So like you could, for example, like if I was painting something icy, what I would end up doing for my primer, for example, would be I would do a deep blue as my base color, and then I would go into a pale blue and then do a bright white as maybe my final, but it would always have that hint of blue. So it would be monochromatic to whatever appropriate color would work as my base tone. It's something I did a little bit on actually Emma Frost. When I painted the diamond version of her, I kind of treated the grisaille that I did on her a little bit more like I'm describing with the blues, rather than doing the more neutral gray to light gray to white. Yeah, Zenithal is essentially like the cousin to grisaille, in my personal opinion. It's more directional. Like Zenithals are intentionally more directional, because normally, like with a Zenithal, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, it's been a while since I've done a Zenithal prime, but for my memory of doing a Zenithal prime, because I used to do those regularly as well, but I actually like the texture a dry brush can, like, there's a certain like texture that you can get. I actually kind of like it. I know it's not for everybody. Some people really hate it, but like I can work with it. I really like some of that design because it adds a little bit more to, especially when you're working on cloth. I don't know. I feel like it adds a natural texture to cloth as well as fur. So maybe that's just me, and I work a lot with those, so I'm biased. But like with a Zenithal, you're always going from top down. So like you hit it, you do gray or a black as your base, right? And then you might do a light gray or just a normal gray if you've done black, and then you'll do your white as your final highlight, and you're always shooting from above. Contrast colors are so fun to work with, Tori. I hope you enjoy working with them. Also, I would highly encourage you to incorporate them into how you used to use your opaque paints as well. Like if you did painting back in the day and then you took a break from it and now you're jumping back in and you're wanting to get into contrast colors, like I legitimately cannot encourage you enough to retain all of the lessons and like stuff that you learned when it came to using opaque paints, and then start thinking about them as a tool to work with your contrast colors. Or if you have to, vice versa, think of contrast colors as a tool to work with your opaque paints. Because in my experience, you can mix the two and get some really pretty colors and also some like very pigmented colors, but still end up with like, sometimes if you want a little bit more opacity, you've got it. If you want to go pure transparency and really allow like your Zenithals and such to just show the entire Zenithal like through it, then just use raw contrast colors and they should be pretty gosh darn transparent. Now, I will point out that with the 2.0 line for contrast colors, there are a number of colors that are so pigmented that they do not maintain the same level of transparency as a lot of the rest of the range. There are not that many of them, but in particular, for example, one of them that I know for certain does that is Magmadoth Flame. So this color here is like, you can use it, it's great, it is hella vibrant, but unlike, say, unlike how this red on, oh, hold on. There we go. So like, unlike say how like the red has more gradation, that's not me adding a wash over top. That's just the contrast color settling into the creases and really like becoming darker. And then the highlighted areas are just it not clinging to those raised edges as much. And so it settles down. This doesn't do that as much. Like this orange will just kind of be neutrally like the same tone over the entirety of the model. It does not, when it pools, that's not where you go. When it pools in the crevices, it is the same color as the highlight area. Like it is consistent, which can be really beneficial with certain things, but it can also be detrimental to certain things. So just be mindful. All right, I'm going to switch over to the, well, actually, I'll probably just leave you guys here. Let's see if I can get the music working just briefly again, because I'm going to run and use the restroom. I don't know why, but all that talking suddenly made me need a pee, and so I'm gonna go pee. All right, it looks like you've got music again, so I'll leave you guys here. I'm gonna Hello! Good. The music lasted through the subscription. Oh, absolutely, Tori. No problem. Absolutely happy to give out the advice. I love chatting about like processes and what people are doing and like various techniques because honestly, that's how I learn new things and get to try new things. And I think that's how, well, I would hope that other people would enjoy that as well. And also, I just wanted to say thank you so much for subscribing. All right, guys, let us get back to the horse, of course. We will need our pencil again. Where did I put it? There you are, my friend. I don't know why I'm being so dramatic. Oh, I watched it do it. Wild. All right, well, regardless, it doesn't matter. We'll fix that. We'll fix that another time. All right, let me go boop, boop. And we'll start recording. I am getting the worst freaking glare off of my glasses. And it is driving me nuts with having to do this. Okay, that looks good. That looks pretty focused. All right, start. Okay, and then right about there, I think. That looks pretty quadranted. Now let's do this one. All right, that looks good. We can stop recording. I can come back. Oh, well, I'm very glad. I hope I have been helpful to you on your journey thus far, Tyler. All right, I think we got that on there. What time is it? 3:57. Perfect. Ah. Okay, excellent. I'm gonna disappear again real quick because we're gonna go ahead and do... Ooh, actually, before we... Wait, where's my drawing? My beautiful, glorious drawing. All right. For those of you that have not seen the most majestic drawing of a horse you'll ever see in your life, be prepared. Be prepared. All right, now that I've sung for you horribly, here we go. Here you go. This is my horse drawing. So this is what we're doing. This was the concept. I sketched this out rapidly yesterday because I wanted some guidance. So we've done our chevrons. We've done the sketch of the divide. Now I need to decide where I put the white and the blue. I think we're gonna just go... I guess the question is, do I want the silver in the same position? Because, okay, here's... You noticed how on both, whether it's on the butt or the front of the horse, when I did the silver, I put it in the top left and the bottom right. Top left, bottom right. But you'll notice on this one, I did top left, bottom right, top left, bottom right, even on the blue, like on the one on the white side. On this side with the white, I actually reversed it. I did bottom left, top right. Which do you guys like more? Do you like the asymmetry or the symmetry? Oh, you can't unsee Charlie the Unicorn? Oh my God, it does have a little bit of that energy, doesn't it? Shit, I didn't even think about that. That was not my intention. Oh my God. So what do you guys think? Symmetrical or asymmetrical? Chaos Cultist, do you have an opinion? Here, look at these two.
Release the list.
Look at these two. The top one, the chevrons are symmetrical. The bottom
the top one better.
you like the symmetry?
Everyone is the top one. I like that one better.
Okay.
I just went with what I instinctually like better.
Okay, good. Then we're gonna go symmetry. That's easy peasy, solve that problem. All right. Then I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to our white. Symmetry? Okay, cool. Everybody's leaning towards symmetry anyways. Appreciate it, guys. Genuinely, I do actually appreciate the feedback. It helps me immensely. Yeah, we're gonna paint this side first. All right, let's... Does that look focused enough? That looks pretty good. Okay. There we go. That's looking good. There. Whew. Okay, got that one. I'm gonna flip them around to bring us back and do the other side. We'll do some touch up afterwards. Okay, so it'll be, yeah, this one. Yes. Yes. Pulling straight lines sometimes is so stressful. but we're doing it. So one of the reasons I'm able to keep my hands so steady is this is literally how my hands are while I'm painting. They are butted up against each other. I am resting this palm, like the side of my hand, on the flat side of this handle, which my thumb is also braced against. So like my hands are touching. And by having them flat on the ground, and because my paint handle is also literally touching and stabilized to the table, I am in so much more control. Because if I was up here and I was doing this, I would end up wobbling a lot more. Probably not like at that extreme, but I definitely would be. By having my hands flush like this, so I'm able to brace and support everything that I'm doing, it is astounding. Even if you have a issue with, say, like I don't remember what the term is, but there's a issue, like a disease that causes your limbs to shake a little bit more.
Palsy?
Yeah, palsy, thank you. Like even if you have palsy, it like obviously you're probably still going to shake a little bit, but by doing this, it will immensely stabilize what you're doing and probably make you feel like you have so much more control. I would highly encourage anybody who like feels like they have like shakiness.
Black Magic Craft has a video about it.
Yes.
He had some issues from when I think he was a contractor.
Yes, I think he has, and I remember him talking about it. It's actually one of the places where I like learned about it. And yeah, it is such a beneficial thing to do. One of the reasons that I really encourage you to use a painting handle, and I don't even care if you physically buy one, if you're using like an old medicine bottle as a painting handle, if you are using cork as a painting handle, painting handles will help you so much. It'll help your arthritis. Yeah, it'll help your tendonitis. It'll just help like make it so you
It'll
can
help your marriage.
It'll help your marriage. It'll help your
cholesterol.
It'll help your cholesterol.
It'll help America.
It's gonna make your dick bigger. All right.
Yeah.
Have I designed the saddle color yet? Luke, that is an excellent question and a great way for me to transition off of my awkwardness. No. It'll probably be the same color I'm doing the leathers, actually, now that I say that. Because I don't want to do anything too extravagant, and I don't want to go too crazy with, like, a huge amount of, like, brown tones. It's definitely going to be brown. Because all of the leathers that the Sacred Kingdom uses, it seems like, in the show seem to be brown leathers. So probably snakebite leather, like I'm going to end up doing on my girls, or I guess my knights, sorry. My knights, I guess I could be a girl, I don't know. Straps and shit. Sorry, my brain was faltering hard there. One of the other things I will say when like doing freehand like this, rotate what you're doing and look at what you've done from another angle. Because if you like look at it and you're like, holy shit, that line is actually way not straight, then you might want to redo something. It really does help. Okay, like, so this is another example. I am using my thumb braced against the base of the model. And having this just like freehand rest against the table, but it's still there. And I'm balancing my painting hand and using the fingers that is not holding the brush to hold my fingers up to give myself steadier control so that I can then do this. Please don't fuck it up. Please don't fuck it up. I was really, really worried I was going to pull that line like wildly wrong. I'd have a really bad hand tremor and it would just go. But no, it's looking really good. Oh my goodness. My hair just tickled my face really badly. Sorry. That's why
I was like, what?
that was my like hair got stuck in my glasses a little bit and then tickled like the side of my nose and like the most uncomfortable. God, I can still feel it. Please fucking stop. Yeah, it just like wigged me out. It was a very uncomfortable feeling. Exactly. Okay, I think we're at a good spot. Let's do the blue. And then we can actually potentially start on the metallics. Holy moly. Can you guys believe it? Oh my goodness. Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn. I feel like I've had a very busy week. There, we're looking pretty good. All right, I'm gonna record this side too, because one, is it, why can I not see this screen?
What?
I just feel like every time I look at this, everything looks blurry and I'm like, it's driving me nuts. Like, I think I'm just getting a lot of glare.
Maybe you're getting old.
That's not cool. I think it's the lights above me, actually.
Well, do you need to like close the blinds?
No, I'm fine.
Do you need me to get your bifocals, honey?
Shut up! I will cry. I'm still adjusting my focus, guys. I'm just really making sure. Okay, there we go. This is the process of a painting tutorial that you don't see normally. Of the person going, I really need to make this shot work. Please tell me I did that right. Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay, this I'm feeling looks good. I think it's also just because like this blue kind of blends in with the gray a little bit, so it's not really as distinct when I look back at the screen and go, can you tell that I'm doing anything? But I think you guys can. Nice. Okie dokie. No, Tori, they're not going to be all the same scheme, actually. So this is not the first night that I've painted. And this is, my Brettonians are an army that I kind of work on whenever I feel like it because they're not a priority in any regard. They are literally there because I love painting knights. I think they're so cool. So this is the first one that I did. It was a black, white, red, gold color scheme. And I really enjoyed it. The theming for this one was basically based around my Warhammer 40k Blood Angels, second founding, basically. I call them the Hobby Knights. They have they stick with a red and black color scheme, which is pretty standard to Blood Angels, but like true Blood Angels tend to do, and then you might know this, I apologize.
They look like flesh terrors.
Yeah, my Hobby Knights look more like flesh terrors than they do like genuine Blood Angels, but they're a second founding, so that works. So this knight was designed to be the Brettonian version of my second founding chapter of Space Marines. This knight that I'm working on, which is obviously a very radically different color scheme, being blue, white, and eventually the metallic will be silver. There will be a little bit of gold in some places, but it's more of a decorative embellishment rather than being the predominant color tone of the army. So this one is based off of an anime that I've been watching recently called Overlord. You may have been in chat earlier when I talked about this, so if this is a repeat, I do apologize. But I have been really obsessed with the anime Overlord. And I watched the Sacred Kingdom movie that they did, which is like 2 of the books put together into one like 2.5 hour movie or whatever. And in that there's the Sacred Kingdom and they have a bunch of paladins, and paladins are really relevant to me right now, not only because I'm obsessed with Overlord and I've been really just enjoying the show. And so I'm drawing inspiration from that, but I'm also currently playing in a D&D campaign where I myself am playing a paladin. So they're just very relevant for me right now. And I wanted to base this knight off of the paladins from the Sacred Kingdom, hence the change in color scheme. And I'll probably do like the next knight that I work on will probably have a completely different vibe to her. Honestly, for the next one, I'm almost thinking of going just completely crazy and doing like pink and purple and just going like full Slanesh. That would be really cool. Because I feel like the horns, like the antlers, might be a good combination with that. I don't know. I need to find a good helmet that'll work for that within the collection, but that's kind of where I'm at. Okay. Blue and white are looking good. They'll probably have some touch-up when we're finished, although I did just notice that I don't think that line is perfectly straight. How dare I? How dare Actually, it's not that it's not perfectly straight. It's just that I didn't pull it all the way down. Luke, I saw you asked a question. I'll read that in a second. Let me just finish this touch-up of my boo. Boo-boo. La boo-boo. Oh my god, I saw somebody who 3D printed, and I apologize, I don't remember the artist. Yes. Oh my god. 4 friendships?
78 speed and 41 power.
Holy shit.
I think I'll take that.
Yeah. Oh my god. I've gone 3 before, but not
I
4.
think it's my first 4.
That's crazy. He's playing Umu Musume, if you're wondering. You're like, what is she talking about? Friendships? What was I saying before I got distracted by horses?
Sorry.
I fucking don't actually remember legitimately. What was I talking about?
Overlord?
No, I
answering Luke's question.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Luke's question. Do you have the command unit, the leader, standard bearer, and the musician? Well, this is the standard bearer.
They're on sprue from the box, so yes.
Yes. Yeah, so I have, this is going to be technically the standard bearer because I'm putting I want him to have the Riesti, or not, I keep saying Riesti. It's not Riesti, the Sacred Kingdom. I do have the musician. He is not built yet. However, his little musician-y arm is somewhere. Where are you? It's on the spruce somewhere. Ah, there it is. So yeah, I have the trumpet, and then I also have the falconer as well that I could build, which I'll probably do down the line. I want to do something like, for whatever ends up being the guy with a falcon, it must be a bird-themed concept.
Band of the Hawk.
Oh! Yes! Oh my god, yes! Okay, perfect. All right, let's,
That was very easy.
That was very easy. So, for the shields, on the majority of the metallics, I am doing a base coat of Sir Coats-a-Lot, and then I'm going to do the highlight of the filigree silver. I feel like on the coat of arms, maybe I should just do... Ooh, no, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to still base it in the darker silver, and then I'm going to, except around the edges, bring the highlight in the center so that I get a little bit of a border and it pops better against the white. Yes. Yes. This is, yes. Okay. I like this plan. Let's go with it. Oh, this is the fantasy world. We're not going with purple necessarily, like, being exclusive to royalty. At least not for... I don't want to restrict my color palette in such a way. All right, let's do this.
Yeah, I think Brettonian has examples of purple.
I actually think they do too, like in the codex. Let's start on this side where it's cleaner. All right, let's go. This stuff is so smooth. So one of the reasons I really like Duncan's paints is his metallics especially are like so smooth. Like they're just so pleasant to work with. Damn it. No.
Damn it.
Okay, I can touch that up, but I did fuck up that line. The first time, no.
There must always be one.
There's always gonna be one you mess up. Oh well, it'll be fine. All right, let's do this side. Sorry for the quiet. I just want to try to pull this line a bit straighter so I don't have to touch up this one as well. There we go. All right, and then honestly, do I want to just leave it like that? No, I think it needs a little bit of brightness. So while I have this still wet, I'm going to come back in with my brighter silver because I don't want to dry brush this specifically. It's going to be like impossible to do because it's multicolor. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually blend the two. There we go, yes. There we go. It is me just concentrating really hard. All right, I think that looks darn good. Let's deal a smidge. Some cleanup there. Ooh, let's actually also, we can go to a slightly smaller brush, I think, for this. There. That looks good. All right, I think that one on the butt looks really good. What do you guys think? You like how the shields are looking? Good. Okay, let's clean up this blue real fast before I move on to the other side. There, that's looking better. Need a little bit more water on the brush. There we go. Actually need a bit more paint on the palette as well. I'm very glad that you're liking how it's looking. And I have not thought about Charlie the Unicorn in like so long.
Charlie! Go to Candy Mountain, Charlie!
Exactly. I think that looks pretty sharp. All right, back to the other side with the metallics. The giggle is what gets me. I think, I know it's a little bit early, but I think after I'm done with this, I may call it. I'm just very tired.
No, it makes sense.
Like-
And you have your stream with Yaz.
Yes, I do have my stream with Yaz tomorrow. I talked about this a little bit earlier on when we started the stream, but tomorrow I will not be streaming here on YouTube. I will still be streaming. You will still get to spend some time with me. We'll even still be painting a little bit, which will be very, very fun, but I don't imagine that will last too long. But I will be streaming with Yaz, also known as the Pink Hive Queen, over on OnlyFans tomorrow, starting at 3 p.m. Pacific Summertime, or whatever your regional equivalent is. I'm very excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. We've done a couple streams before, both here on YouTube as well as Spicy streams, and I always enjoy it. So I'm very much looking forward to hanging out with Yaz tomorrow. If you're not familiar with Yaz, she is an exceptional Tyranid painter and player, and I absolutely think she is adorable, and you should come hang out with us. So I hope to see you tomorrow. But I think, yeah, once I'm done with the little bit of silver here on this side, I'm just feeling very drained. I think it's because I recorded today as well as have done this. I've been streaming like all week. It's just been busy. And this whole week coming up ahead is also going to be extremely busy. I'm going to be hanging out with Shay. We're going to be making some content next week. Yes, it will only be on OF. I have not set up Fansly streaming or anything yet. I know that there's a way to do simultaneous streaming, but I don't know what that entails. It's actually one of the things I'm going to be asking Shay about, because she does that pretty consistently. So I want to see if she can like show me how to do it, or like what she does, and then that will become more of a thing. But right now, yes, it'll only be on OnlyFans. It'll be on my free page though, so it doesn't require a subscription or anything. You can literally just hop in, hop out whenever you want. It'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. Hello, Noah Manson. Or Mason, sorry. Noah Mason. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I apologize, but we will be ending soon. So I know you're just jumping in. You're just saying hello for the first time that at least I've seen today. And I hate to leave you so shortly after that greeting, but I probably will be ending my stream here in just a moment. I have a little bit more to do on this silver, but not a huge amount. And I'm a little tired today. We've been going for a couple hours already, so I'm going to call it. I have a stream tomorrow starting at 3 p.m. over on OnlyFans, as I mentioned, which I'll be hanging out with Yaz and we'll be painting. Among others. No! Oh, I've been so careful. Get off. Get off my beautiful white cloth. This is why I shouldn't do ads while I'm painting. It's fine. I fixed it. Oh my God, that was terrifying. Sorry, that was legitimately like one of the scariest things I've done on this so far. Oh, we fixed it. We absolutely fixed it. Later, Luke. Thank you for hanging out with me. It's always lovely to have you in chat. You know that. But yeah, so we will be streaming tomorrow, just like I said, not here on YouTube. But I am looking forward to our stream. It should be an awesome time after my little panic. The rest of this is looking pretty darn good. And when we're next working on our little horse here, we'll do the rest of the metallics, which actually, like, fingers crossed. But until we get to the shield and the banner on the knight, the rest of this should actually be a pretty quick. Dude, that's why, okay, legitimately, that is why I said it, because I read your name and I just was like, Manson? Like Charles Manson? Like, the first thing wasn't even the same, but like my brain also immediately went there, and I was so self-conscious immediately afterwards, which is why I corrected myself. But like, dude, I was also thinking about serial killers. Like, how did you know? I'm so sorry. I don't think you're a serial killer, Noah Mason. I think you're part of the Illuminati. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. Okay, but yeah, next time we will work more on the metallics. We'll do more of the leathers, and then I think we'll definitely finish the horse in the next stream and probably get started on our knight. I don't feel like there's too much more to do on him that's going to be like time consuming specifically, or as slow potentially as, is that like, do I need to do, hold on, I just noticed like a tiny bit of, I think something that needs a bit more blue. I'm so glad that I didn't fuck up the side with the white. Yeah, that just wasn't looking straight enough anymore. Have a good evening, Alex. Thank you for staying up with me and hanging out. Also, thank you so much for the donations today. You are wonderful, sir. I really appreciate you, as well as all of my other members. But in particular today, Alex, you have been wonderful. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your evening. Get some rest. Sleep well. I hope tomorrow is a beautiful and wonderful day for you. No problem. No problem. I completely understand that. But yes, no, we will. We always do. This isn't our first stream together, and we always have a blast. So I'm very much looking forward to it. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and call it. I think my horse is looking pretty spiffy, if I do say so myself. I'm actually very pleased with how he's coming along. But I am tired, and I can definitely feel like everything is just failing me right now. Like my brain, my words, my mouth, my hands are starting to go. It needs to end. So thank you all for being here with me. Have a wonderful rest of your evenings, and especially lovely hobby night. And I will see you all potentially tomorrow at 3 p.m. or on Tuesday at 1 p.m. where we'll be working on this horse some more. Regardless, I hope to see you there, and I'll say goodbye one more time. Bye!